the work that's required in an offseason to be in championship shape. And, we have a ways to go as a roster. And certainly there are individuals that were in phenomenal shape. There's certainly other ones that could have been in better shape. That's where my mind goes immediately is we have to get in championship shape.
A center that was a vertical threat, lob threat, and someone that could protect the interior defensively. I think those would be keys. But there's multiple different types of centers that can be very effective in the league. There's also spread centers that can protect the rim. We'll look at those as well. So I wouldn't want to limit the archetype, but we know we need a big man. And then I think in terms of just solidifying our defensive core on the wings and just making sure that we have players that can defend the wing position. That's a essential need. We see it playing out in the playoffs, and anytime you can upgrade your defensive core on the perimeter, I think that's going to help. Focus is going to be on that and making sure that next year we have the requisite size to have a team that can compete for a championship.
LeBron is a GOAT, one of the GOATs of the game, and he's a completely selfless leader, and I think we saw that in this playoff series, moving to playing more off the ball and committing to the defensive end, and I think it's just a testament to his championship DNA and character. And I think LeBron's going to have high expectations for the roster, and we're going to do everything we can to meet those. But I also know that whatever it is, he's going to still give his 100% every night, whether that's scoring, assisting, defending, rebounding, leading. We know that's going to always be 100%, never wavers.
As a unit, those three players and how they fit together.
Yeah, the level of confidence in Austin Reeves, LeBron James, and Luka Doncic is at an all-time high still. So no change in how we feel about those three guys. And in terms of assessing it, we lost this series, so we did not accomplish what we wanted to do, which was win in this series. But in every series, to me, it's like a game of chess. You learn, and then when you get to play the game the next time, you're better. But I think those three guys have incredible promise playing together, and we will collectively do a better job to make sure they're surrounded with the right pieces to have ultimate success. And we talked at the beginning what ultimate success is here, and we're going to put in the work to allow that group of guys to win a championship.
And then for JJ,
yeah, I think it's important to recognize, this team was able to finish third in an incredibly tough Western Conference. And when you make a seismic trade at the deadline, your roster and the building around it, it's kind of like trying to build an airplane in the sky. And now we get a chance to sort of land that plane, put it in the hangar, and really figure out the parts of it that we need to retrofit and change. And that's what we'll do. Lots of things to learn. I think when you make a huge trade at the deadline where you trade your starting center for a point guard, of course that's going to create significant issues with the roster, and we saw some of those play out. We know this offseason, one of our primary goals is going to be to add size in our front court at the center position, and that's going to just be part of the equation. We have, multiple free agents too. Obviously, those questions will get answered in July and in August. But we know we have a lot of work to do on the roster, and it'll look different next year for sure.
And then JJ, we spoke with Luka last night. He called you a hell of a coach. He even said that at times it feels like he's back in Europe. What was that bond like? I guess rebuilding that bond after you guys were teammates in Dallas, and I guess building that synergy out looking forward.
Yeah. Well, I was only in Dallas for 2.5 months. We both had an immediate bond to each other, despite our age difference, despite, he wasn't a father then. I had 2 kids. We've kept in touch. We've spent a little bit of time together in the last 3 years. So I think that bond that was already there Gave us a great starting point as a player coach. I think our first conversation when he flew into LA that night, he wants to be coached. He wants to be held accountable. And I think, he's expressed to me, and what I've expressed to him is very similar. I want to bring out the best version of Luka. And that's what he wants from me. And so that's the partnership going forward. That's the expectation, and that's sort of the baseline of what we're trying to do. Let's try to bring out the best version of Luka and hopefully win a championship doing that.
Okay, a very quick comment about this Rob Pelinka and JJ Redick press conference after the LA Lakers season ended. The question about the big guy on the paint, about finding the right center for the team. I mean, this is going to be a crucial, in my opinion, the series against the Minnesota. Just what we witnessed is that it's pretty obvious that this team needs a big man, not just a big man like Haynes, a big man that can be a big threat, a defensive threat, and an offensive threat. So the guy that can handle the rebounds, can secure the rebounds defensively and offensively, and of course had to be a monster for scoring opportunities from the pick and roll, from the pick and pop. I mean, all-around player, and especially to be dangerous and to support Luka in his assists. Of course, LeBron and Reeves also, and just to clear the space under the rim. This is going to be crucial to get at least one that big guy. Right now, as I said before, we have Haynes and we have Len, but altogether, about basketball knowledge, not good. This one about conditioning. I mean, JJ Redick is kind of right about that. Luka Doncic right now is not in his best shape. This is obvious, but I mean, it's about. I don't believe it's that much about the conditioning. It's about, I don't even know how to say it, because I believe it's kind of his genes. Once he get up with his weight, he can do just so much about it. I mean, it's like he cannot lose them. I mean, I don't know if it's about conditioning, because the games are over and over, like back-to-back stuff and everything. There was practically no time to be in a gym to practice together with the team, especially not in the last couple of games on the regular season. Like the Lakers had kind of the most difficult schedule. And now this series versus the Minnesota, I mean, there was on the plane, they were on the game, they had rest day. It's all about the summer. All about the summer. It's not known yet if Luka Doncic will decide to play for the national team, but definitely he will do something about his body, because he was not quick enough in this series. Definitely not quick enough. He had so much problems with Edwards, and this is something that he's going to need to work on it. I mean, guy is 26 years old. He needs to be in the shape of his life. I believe he's capable of doing, but I also believe that he has so many problems with that. If this is about the diet, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know him that much, but something needs to change. If he was thrown under the bus by JJ Redick, a bit probably. This is something I consider it could be talk about into the team, not with the press. With one-on-one conversation. I don't know, maybe those two had that conversation before. I'm not sure, but it sounded like JJ throw Luka under the bus a bit. Maybe this is a good thing. I don't know. And last but not least, about the connection, LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka. I believe that we have something here for summer to trade. I'm looking for Austin Reeves. I would consider to trade him. Why? Because you have to offer something if you want in exchange something good. And right now, the main thing we need is the center position. As I said in the very first minute of this analyze. I believe this is the priority. In that case, you need to offer something in advance. That's my opinion. What do you think, guys? Comment down below what do you think, of course. And if you like that kind of analysis, make sure to subscribe for more, like this video, and that's it basically. Thank you for staying with me. Gregor was with you from Greg's Court.